The DJ Roundtable Show is live. It's the DJ Roundtable Show. Tell another DJ about the show. Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
It is Tuesday night. It is 8 o'clock. Do you know where your DJ's at? I know where you're at. I know where I'm at. I hope you know where you're at. I'm here with you. Yes, it is another DJ Roundtable. And as always, we appreciate you being here. And I hope you pull up a seat, stay for a while, enjoy yourself. If you're driving, hopefully you're enjoying this as a podcast. And you enjoy everything that we get to talk about here, all the fun stuff and the excitement and enjoyment that we do. As always, we ask you, if you are watching us on Twitch live, always put your comments down there. I try to answer out as much as possible and try to get you guys all in there for questions, comments, critiques, criticisms, and tomfoolery. I also do it on Mondays at 12 noon. I replay this over on the tubes. Yes, that's right. We were over on YouTube. And if you can do me a favor, or actually, as I always like to say, do me a favor. Make sure you do me a couple things. Make sure you hit the like button, the thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe, the bell icon. Share it with a friend. That way you're letting the algorithm know that we're a good show and we're good people to watch and have fun with. As always, we have DJs from all around the world or all around the country. We have Cool Thing in beautiful South Carolina. We have Jeff in North Carolina. So we got the two Southern guys there. We have a DJ Brunley north of me up in Wisconsin, beyond the Cheddar Curtain, even though he does come down here and visit family down here in Chicagoland. I'm in the western burbs of Chicago. I have Joe in California. I have Dan in Iowa. I have Dwayne in Ohio. I have Chris in New York, but he's not in New York. He's in Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. And I've got lots of people around me from all over the place. I got a couple, two guys that are from Wisconsin, father and son here, and they're all over the place. I got another one from Buffalo, got one from Kentucky, got someone from Texas. They're all foam operators and other events, maybe some mini golf and a whole bunch of other stuff, magicians as well.
Do y'all want to say hi to everyone out there on the tubes?
Anyone want to say hi out there at the tubes?
Hi, how are you? Welcome.
DJ Roundtable live stream right here.
There you go.
Right, there's our Wisconsin guys. There's our Kentucky guy. There's our Buffalo guy.
Canadian.
Got a Canadian here too.
Oh, there you go,
Yep.
Canada. Now we're international yet again.
Yeah.
Yes, now we're international again.
And I always like when we have our international friends or people, friends from other countries come and join us. And do me a favor, down in the chat, if you're watching this on YouTube, where are you watching it from? Are you watching from another country, another part of the country, another country? If you in the UK, are you in Australia? I know we have some DJs Australia once in a while come up here. Are you anywhere that we can watch and see? And we lost someone. We'll give it a second or two. Probably bounce back. Probably lost the interwebs. Oh, got a little adult beverage there. Hopefully they're enjoying themselves. I wanted to talk to you guys about some stuff. I know NAMM is this week in beautiful California, not far from Joe. Joe, are you going to NAMM or?
Yeah, I'll probably go for a couple days.
And that's up by Disney in Anaheim, correct?
Yes, convention center.
There you go. And that's always. Oh, here comes Matt. Another guy. Oh,
Hey, Matt. Oh, what the heck, Matt?
Oh, come on, Matt.
Hey, Rachel.
Take her off
Fine.
your background.
You
Fine.
suck.
You can keep it up there if you want, Matt. You can keep it up.
No. Thank you.
I don't know if we were recording yet.
We are live, and Chris is having some adult beverages there. So he's enjoying that. And as always, Ranson said, "Great photo, Matt."
You're
You're gonna kill me. It's always fun. I was just asking Joe if he's going to NAM. Are you going to NAM, sir?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there on I'll probably be there Friday and Sunday. There's a lot of people I really don't like that are going to be there on Thursday, and I don't want to run into them. So but I also got
have
like
fun, cause trouble. Have
Yeah.
fun, do it, cause trouble.
No, we
No,
don't want to see Matt getting in trouble.
I'm
and
not trying to
getting
catch a
pinned down.
charge. I'm not trying to catch a charge.
Yeah, yeah,
You
no,
don't
no,
have
no.
to catch a charge, but you can.
I'll make sure to be
follow-
there on Friday.
All right, Joe and Matt, you guys should hook up and maybe have some lunch. Maybe meet somewhere outside. Maybe
There's-
go in
there's
and
a
out
new-
burger. Take some
the
pictures.
new-
Make me jealous.
The new stuff is there's a new Evox system debuting from RCF. There's obviously the QSC, for whatever the new rain thing is called. I'm not interested.
The
in it.
Rain System 1.
Yeah. And
So,
then
it's a standalone.
QSC has a dual 18 now. It's two KS118s put together in a single cabinet. That's coming out, and then I think that's pretty much. LD has nothing. They're not even having a booth. That's all I've heard so far. JBL has a new series, but just probably sounds like crap because it's JBL. And
JBL, I got JBLs that sound good.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, old JBL sound good. New JBL stuff sounds terrible.
Well, you got to remember, JBL now is owned by Samsung.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. It should be a good show. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to film another 3-hour video this time. It's just
And guess what, Matt? My Eon 612s are still working after almost 6 years? They're
okay.
still
My
working. They're
my
sounding great.
Yamahas are still working from 2010 when I started
There you
DJing.
My
Passive's the future.
my J8s, no, not J8s, my PRX. I gotta think when I got those. I want to say those are 2010.
Wonder how
My
it felt.
PRX 615s.
How'd it feel waking up on Monday, buddy? Knowing your guys' magical run is done.
Unfortunately, it kind of stunk. That
I mean, that was a heck of a throw though. To tie it, and he just I don't know where he was throwing it with that interception. It was sad. I kind of wanted to see that.
It was just mistimed, and
Yeah.
I think it was thrown to DJ Moore, if I remember correctly, and DJ Moore was basically 5 feet further into the end zone and about 3-4 feet behind. If it would have been a little further back and a little bit over, we've been talking totally different thing, and the Bears would have been going to the NFC Championship. But again, further than I thought would be. And any interesting shirts this year, Matt? And the group is asking.
No, that's only for DJ Expo. I usually wear like my own branded stuff for like this show because people know me. I mean, I still have my. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it, but I have my. It's Osama Spin Laden, and it's like Osama bin Laden, like with turntables. I wasn't allowed to wear that in the Atlantic City. They said there's too many New York people that are still bitter about that. It's been 25 years. Get over it.
Evidently not, considering who they just voted for.
Yeah, we're not going to get into politics here.
Just saying.
We stay neutral with that area.
I'll probably just wear just a polo, just a solstice polo. I don't know.
There we go.
Nothing.
But
I don't really go.
I guess you got to wait till New Jersey if you're going and see if you have a cool T-shirt. Maybe you'll have like I don't know, have your own face on it and like have a picture of yourself. Why not? You know, Mikey Mike's in the house.
Hey, Mikey Mike.
So I guess you and Joe got to hook up. You and Matt and Joe to hook up. Chris is in the Phoenix. And also, again, we got everyone, Dwayne, Bradley, Dan, Hunter, Jeff, and myself. We're all here enjoying with you. Just make sure that you guys all have fun. So speaking of NAMM, speaking of everything, and all the conventions going on for 2026, as always. I know Joe and Matt, you're talking about going to NAMM. Is there a convention that you're going to go to? Chris is at one right now for Foam Daddy. So he's having some pizza and or ordered some food and having some adult beverages. And he's at a conference right now. But are you thinking about going to a conference this year? And if so, what conference would you like to go to? And if you can't go to one, which one, if you had a choice, if someone said, hey, here's a ticket, here's a hotel room, what DJ conference or trade show would you go to this year? I'm going to go over to Dwayne and ask Dwayne if he's going to go to a trade show, or would he like to go to a trade show? And if so, what trade show?
I haven't thought about going to the trade show, and the only one that piques my interest is the one that they have in Pittsburgh. And I believe that one is already happened because I've been hearing people talk about it and taking pictures. So that would have been the only one because that's the closest to where I live.
Well, you can go to the one in New Jersey. That's not that far to
Oh,
DJX.
New Jersey is way farther than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's
Oh, I
only
know.
like
It's
3
the
hours.
next state over, though.
State being on the west side of Pennsylvania is totally different than being on the west side of Pennsylvania.
Well, again, it's what?
Oh, you can go
8 hour?
there. You
10
can
hour
go
ride?
there and meet up with Mikey Mike.
Yeah, but not this time. Not during this time. The weather's too bad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
DJX is when it's nice out in the summer.
Swampy and nasty over there in the summer.
Yeah, it's usually pretty warm over there, but it's on the boardwalk and everything, and you can enjoy some tourist pizza there. That's the fun part. So if you could go to DJX, would you go to DJX then?
I don't know. I'm thinking about doing the one that's close to you in Chicago.
Marquee?
That's the other close one. Yeah,
Marquee in
that's
June?
in June. Yep,
Yep.
that would be about the only other ones because they are
Well,
close by. Now,
yeah,
unless there's
okay.
one that I enjoyed it when I was with the Gospel Music Workshop, and we went down to Disney World. So I have fun. If it's somewhere down there where I can do the convention and then hop over to Disney World, I'll do that one.
Well, we don't have Disney World here, but there's a lot of attractions in the Chicagoland area, and there's a lot of stuff to do. Downtown, I mean, you go to some parts of the city, it's like Disney World, or it's a clown show, one of the two. It's a circus. The best shirt I ever saw was for a couple of Chicago coppers had them. They can buy them T-shirts. It says sometimes you go to the circus, sometimes circus comes to you. So that's that's what happens in the city of Chicago sometimes. So Jeff, what about you? Are you thinking of going to any trade shows this year?
Nope. Don't plan on it. Don't really need to. I don't need to go to them to find out what's there and to see it online. So just to be first to see it is not a big deal to me because probably not going to buy anything as soon as it comes out. I'd rather wait for it to, go the rounds and see what it's made of, what it's doing, and whether it's going to actually be something that I need. So nope, not planning on it. If I could, I'm not one to travel to trade shows. I've never been. I'm not. I've never really had a desire to to go and hang out at trade shows. So I'd rather hang with my family or go for a hike or do something fun.
It's all for
Okay.
the free stuff, Jeff. You go for the free stuff.
So
the only reason I
trade
go.
shows there. You do
Don't
get some
need
free
free
stuff
stuff.
sometimes.
You know how many Pioneer T-shirts I have?
Well, Hunter, what about you? Are you going to any trade shows? Anything you get
Well,
excited about?
I'm like Jeff. I don't plan on going to a trade show or a DJ show. But if I did have an opportunity, I would actually go to the one in Pittsburgh, the DJX, because my brother is actually moving to Pittsburgh next month. So I guess when I go visit him in the summer, maybe I can try to find some tickets for the DJX right there in Pittsburgh and
Jersey.
Oh no, DJX.
Yeah.
That's at Pittsburgh. That's East Side.
or
It's over in by Philly. It's in Atlantic City, so that's closer to Philly. Pittsburgh's on the west side of Pennsylvania. Philly's on the east side of Pennsylvania. So two ends.
DJ Expo is in the Section 8 part of it's the Section 8 version of Vegas.
Then count me out. I'm not going to go.
And it's New Jersey, not Pennsylvania.
Well, yeah, it's in Atlantic City, but it's closer to Philly than it is to Pittsburgh.
But then,
It's what,
yeah,
hour from Philly?
Yeah, it's closer
I
to
want to say
Philly
it's
than
an
it is.
hour from Philly.
Newark.
Because a lot of people
Hour
fly
and
into
20
Philly.
some
And
odd
they,
minutes.
yeah, they usually fly into Philly and they come over to.
I'm like actually like Jeff. I don't plan on going to any trade shows or DJ shows.
No
Since there's nothing near me. Like there's nothing that I know of in Charleston or right here in Myrtle Beach. We're not really known for that kind of stuff. Here in Myrtle
Mike
Beach
says
and
45 minutes from Philly. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not that far. Usually people fly into Philly and they go from Philly to Atlantic City. What about you, Brelly? Are you going to the Midwest DJs Live, or are you coming down to the Marquee, or?
No, I'm a brand ambassador.
Okay, I'm definitely doing Midwest DJs Live, no doubt about it. But I want to do NBA this year.
Why?
And
waste of
why
money.
not?
A waste
No,
of
it's
money. They
not.
don't teach you anything unless you're clueless.
No, you're missing the there. That's what the
Learn from
person who
Alan
goes
Burr,
there-
the guy who's never DJ'd a wedding in his life. Yeah, that makes sense.
No,
I hate
you're
that.
not. You're missing
Sorry,
part
I
of it.
hate that guy.
They're only giving you the first. If it wasn't for me going to Midwest DJs Live, I would have never met Mitch Taylor, who worked on me with my MC skills, and what he felt, along with a couple other people who felt I was not being authentic in my delivery. Which, it turns out, it's just how I speak and how I present myself. But every one of these conferences has more information there for you post going to the conference. It's just your foot and gateway to the network of more information you can come across. So me going to Midwest DJs Live, if not for that, I would not be charging what I do now. I would not be doing things the way I do now. So is everything going to be given to me right at face value, right at each seminar? Absolutely not. But is there a way to follow up and get more info on that same topic from the same people you learn from who are willing to give it to you? There is. Like even small fine-tuning stuff from Dave Lander out of Pittsburgh. And it wasn't about DJing, actually. It was about some of the social media stuff I do. And I asked him a couple questions. He's like, this is what I would do. Again, fairly spot on. And I will say, even though Alan Berg has never DJ'd a wedding, every little bit of sales stuff that I've paid attention to, that not everything is going to fit what you do or what I do, but he's made some very valid points, both in his podcast and his marketing strategies, which have helped me leaps and bounds. And I finally gave way to it, and that's why I know my leads are up, but it's giving it to AI. But everything he's shown has actually steered what I do in a direction to make more money. And everything he's done has put me in that position and put me in the position too, and helped me earn more money. My sales last year were 15% higher than the year before. When I finally went down, I thought it was about 10%, but it's closer to 15% higher, with less weddings involved. So everything he's proctoring is there for the taking and usable if you apply it to your business correctly. And it may not fit for your business model. And I will say that his most recent update about, like how some people will call their packages number 1 or silver, bronze, gold, and things like that, because we're marketing to millennials nowadays, and his marketing to millennials is spot on. But I went and changed my package names on my website, and in conjunction with using AI to do my Facebook posts, I have never seen this much website traffic ever. My stats are just blowing up, and it's all based on things, from the SEO aspect to how I've named my packages to using AI for my posts. But this combination has just gotten me almost overwhelmed, where when I wake up in the morning, I don't want to open my inbox because I know I've got at least 20 emails to go through that are either new leads or leads in the progress that, I'm not ready to deal with, because it's almost getting to that overwhelming point. But all these conferences bring something to the table. It's yours for the taking, and it's yours for the taking, just like going to school, taking the next class, from algebra to geometry to calculus to trig and all that, so on and so forth. Or being sober and following the steps of the big book. You have to go through each step in order to get to the end game, which I don't know what it is for me yet, and I don't know what it would be for you, but these steps are there for us to learn from. So definitely MBA. Definitely.
The other
and it's
part
also good as a DJ to learn from other vendors that aren't DJs. A photographer is going to give you a different insight as a photo booth op, as somebody else, as a planner. And being able to hear their take on certain things can help you address what might be a shortcoming in your own offerings as a DJ.
And that's one of the things there. It's not so much of going to classes at a trade show and seeing all the new gear. It's the social aspect of it as well. Going there, getting to know other DJs, understanding things, learning things, being open-minded. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's cool. I'm a gearhead. I want to go see the newest speaker from whatever company, even though it's not a brand I may buy. It's something cool, and I know. And again, I'll read the literature. I like that stuff because I like to get in technical. But the friendship part of things, that's one of the reasons why, again, this show, you see there's a bunch of DJs on here. It is about the friendship part of things as well. So when we do things, it's all about doing the networks and knowing people. Just like Adrian. Adrian's in the chat. How you doing, Adrian? I've run into a couple times, talking to him about stuff. Because, again, he's in the chat. I've talked to Mike plenty of times. I love talking to people, and it's great. You have those bridges. That helps out tremendously. And I really feel that if you can get a chance to go to a DJ conference of some kind, sometimes you do it with attitudes and so forth. But a lot of times you learn a lot and you build a lot of bridges. And Matt has been there, and he's mended fences with people and made things nice with people. So to me, that's another important aspect of it, is that there's always positive things to look at, and that's what you should look at with a show.
Rachel still hates me though.
Yeah,
so.
This past Thursday, I was actually a guest on Start to Spin with Diego and DJ Shay. I mean, they were nice. It was great to hang out with them, talk to each other, talk about DJing. It was fun getting to know those DJs and really hang out with them.
That's the thing, is that building those bridges with other DJs, learning things and so forth. Speaking of a DJ that knows a lot about bridges, Joe, I'll get to you in 1 second. Dan, I wanted to go to you.
I don't know squat about bridges.
Well, again, you're in Iowa. There's bridges everywhere, and there's a bridge from Iowa to Illinois. So maybe you decide you want to come to, Marquee, or you're gonna go to DJ Midwest. I mean, Midwest DJs Live. You can go through a few bridges into Wisconsin, and of course over here to Illinois. But you got to cross the mighty Mississippi. Is there a conference that you want to go to, that you and your wife want to go travel and go see, or?
I definitely felt FOMO for missing the Midwest DJs after hearing how successful it was. Like, dang, what was I thinking not going to that? But the one that caught my attention was Joe Bun and Brian B put on that Recharge, and it's like a unique experience. It's like a small venue where a bunch of DJs come and kind of hang out and talk. It's more about talking and learning from the group. I don't know. A DJ friend of mine went to it and said it's super, super informative.
Oh, Dan, how was that wedding show you went to?
It was fun. A pretty good turnout.
That's good.
They put me by the food line.
Oh,
well, there you go. Free food. I got a wedding show. I got my second wedding show for the season on Sunday. And I have a gig on Saturday night, which is here. Dan and Brentley and myself and Dwayne eventually. It's supposed to be, I think the high Friday is supposed to be -1.
Oof.
So yeah, Saturday is supposed to be I think a high of 3. So
We're
yeah,
looking at
that's the high.
By you,
we're looking
I
at a
think my
high of
high is negative
65.
5. I'm going to be in Green Bay on Saturday. It's like, I think our high is -5 on Saturday.
Yeah, because you're close to Canada. That's why.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
you guys could buy a mansion for the cost of like a 2-bedroom condo here. So take that with a
Yeah.
grain of salt. We pay
Well,
for this
again, that's
luxury
because
living.
of the fact that we're hardy people.
My apartment's more expensive than a damn New York apartment. Like it's crazy. I want to start a channel and go viral, like because there's a guy I follow that does like New York apartment tours and the prices are always outrageous, and I'm like, bro should come to Irvine because mine's more expensive than a lot of those New York 2-bedrooms.
My cousin's condo, it's a 3-bedroom condo in San Jose.
Oh, San Jose's
And it's unreal. Then when he told me what his parents' house is worth that they bought like 60 years ago or 55 years ago, it's like, oh, wow. That just it blows my mind. And the house where I'm at, you give me $1 million, I've got a mansion in the Bluffs looking straight down on the Mississippi.
But it still won't give you gigabit
Unreal.
internet. Still won't get you fiber.
We got fiber here.
Do you?
We got fiber.
It's small town Iowa. Yeah. I'm actually a fiber optic technician for my full-time job.
Oh, there you go.
We got fiber.
There's a guy on YouTube. I've seen his stuff. It's called Lightwork, and he installs from the pole to the house. And it's interesting how he has I don't know what the tool is called, but where it takes the 2 pieces of fiber, lines it up, and then welds the 2 pieces together. And how you had this, it looks like almost like a coax cable, and you get down to this thin little fiber, like a hair, and he's got to clean it off and stuff like that, and put the 2 pieces there, and it's like a little screen, and it shows the 2 pieces like this, and it lines up, and also you see it glow, heats up, and seals those 2 together, puts a little cover over it, and then puts a little loop in it, inside the little box he adds in there. So fiber optic again. This is the now modern way of doing communication over copper. So it's a little bit more work than doing coax, but it's like anything else. Coax was more elaborate than regular phone wire, but more information, more data, depending which way you want to go for it, transmitted over those information lines. And I wish I had fiber because the down part, I have a lot of download speed. It's the upload speed I'm blocked because I'm on copper. Because my cable company, I'm 60 megabits, well, like 58, 59 upload. Download, I'm like 900. It's the upload speed, which I wish I was up to like 150, 200. Wow. Like anything else, you always wish for more. Joe, I want to go to you. You had a comment?
Hey, so yeah, I was at the Wedding MBA. Basically, I was there showing my ABT system, and I attended a couple of seminars, but I am going to be at the MEX also, and I'll be actually having my own booth there for 2025. So MEX spun off from your original Mobile Beat, right? Rob Savix bought it. So let me kind of tell you a little bit about the benefits, and it's kind of in line with, Bradley was saying. It's very important that we continue to learn to see what the new technology is, because when you go out there, you're ahead of the rest of the pack. When you don't, you're behind the pack. You're doing the same cookie cutter DJ that everyone else is doing. In order to keep up with this business, and if you want it to be a business, some guys just want to do it as a hobby and make extra money. But if you really want to grow your business, you have to attend these meetings or these seminars, learn the latest trends, partner with the professionals that'll help you, elevate you, possibly mentor you in the business to show you different aspects. Even though I'm holding up this bottle of water, everyone sees it from a different point. Same thing with the topics. What you get out of there is just priceless because of the knowledge. Plus, you get out and you get pumped up because you go, oh man, I think I'm tired of DJing. But then you go to these seminars and you get all pumped up You network with these guys with enthusiasm, and it's like a recharge. So I think it's very important not only to attend it, but also you can see the latest and greatest products. I don't think as far as lighting, it's just basically the same thing. Speakers, the same thing. The only thing that is really growing in our business industry and is moving towards AI, as you already know, is not only self-educating yourself, but being part of a network where you get training and you can become better than you were yesterday. Very important. And again, it just depends whether or not you want to spend the money and the time. A lot of people will say, you know what, I'll watch a YouTube video. I don't need to go to these seminars, but you're not getting the full, it's like, I don't want to read the book. Just tell me what it's about. You're not gonna get anything out of it. First of all, because you're not going to learn all the aspects and everything you could possibly learn. To take away from that info, utilize it for your business, to grow your business, to be better. Doesn't matter if you're doing the lighting, the emceeing, the DJing, the performance, networking with others. You know, why do you think these guys high dollar guys go golfing together? It's not to play golf, it's to network, because they want to be part of that circle to make more money.
And that's one of the things, Joe, that's one of the things, Joe, you know, again, those takeaways you get from shows, I like that. And that helps you understand and better your business prowess is, I feel, very important, because you're in a business, you want to make money. It doesn't matter if it's a part-time job, you want to make it full-time, or you're a full-time DJ, you want to grow your business. Whatever you're doing, again, when you're going to like Wedding MBA, when you're going to DJX, when you're going to those shows designed for DJs. Now NAMM is not designed for DJs. NAMM is designed for retailers to look at new product to sell in their stores. When, you know, like Matt and Joe, or even yourself, you go to NAMM, it is designed more for retailers. So if I own Buddy's Music Exchange and I have a location or 10 locations, or I'm Sweetwater, or I'm whatever, you're going to NAMM to go buy things. So it's designed for retailers more. Now, as an average person, you could walk in there, you got to pay a fee, and you buy the ticket, but it's not designed for the end user. It's designed for the retailer. So this is B2B more than B to basically B2C, B to business to customer. So when you go to like NAMM, it's different. When you go to, you know, DJX, you go to Wedding MBA, you go to whatever the DJ shows, that is from business to customer. So you're the customer, you want to buy a DJ booth, you want to buy a background, you want to buy a speaker, that you go there and buy there. But at NAMM, you know, Joe can't go in and go, hey, I want that speaker right there. He knows it's coming. He can talk to them. They'll give him much information. But it's kind of cool, because NAMM, before, you know, 2020, NAMM was always where they launched a lot of products. Now we're back to normal. NAMM is now becoming, again, that launch platform. And usually a lot of manufacturers have a launch platform at like DJX. They'll have one at Wedding MBA. They'll have one at the big shows. But it is very interesting, especially, again, walking away with information that is important to, you know, better your business and better you as a DJ. Like you heard Brentley talk about how he became a better MC, how he became a better person on the microphone, and about making friends. You hear Joe talk about how Wedding MBA helped him, you know, give him information to help his business. So this is one of the things I want you guys to understand. And again, NAMM and stuff like that, it's cool to go to, and it's cool to see that stuff. And they do have, you know, some seminars and stuff to enjoy, but it's more business to business.
Well, a lot of the NAMM too is these guys are looking for input from the end user. So when a DJ goes up there and looks at the equipment, says, "Hey, you know, if you added this, it would be a better product." So they take that engineer, they take that information, they go back to the drawing board, and guess what? That's your new product. So it's a kind of give and take when you attend an NAMM.
Yeah.
You do networking, but you also give feedback to these manufacturers. Hey, if you guys would improve in this device, I guarantee you people would probably buy it. You know,
Yeah, if they're getting feedback and they're hearing it from the end user, the more of a product, if there's more products that they can design and the end users are going to buy, those retailers are happy in the middle because they're taking the product and they're selling it to the DJ community. So if you come out with a new controller, it does something special, or it does this or does that, or a new speaker, it does something crazy, it's a new design. That stuff right there, when they release that, the more they can sell those units, the hotcakes, better off they are.
Joe, you made a great point.
How did they get to the point where a Rain 1, which I paid $1,500 when it came out, now it's $2,500. All they really did is gave you the ability to attach a hard drive, a screen, so now you can basically look at your screen, your waveforms, like a 72, and also stream. All these manufacturers, if you notice, they're going to the streaming aspect. Not that everyone's going to use it or do it, but again, it's a tool for a DJ.
You know, Joe, you made a great point, though. When you're at a conference and you talk to some of these manufacturers, what was it, 2 years ago? When the Rev 5 had just come out. And I got one of the first runs that was absolute garbage. It didn't work right. It was having all these sound card issues. And they were Pioneer. I even did a series of videos on it. And then when I went to the conference, what was it? It was either Midwest DJs Live or Mex. But one of the big wigs from Pioneer was there, and he's like, "You're not the first person to. Here's my card. I'm going to send you the new firmware update as soon as it comes out." And it actually, it wasn't perfect, but it solved the sound card problem. And when their reps are actually there and attentive, they do kind of pay attention. They do kind of make notes. And since he knew that was an issue with the Rev, he was more than happy to take care of it. Which it took me.
One thing that I would have liked to seen Denon, along with other manufacturers, is in your DJ controller, your booth, is have a separate out system so you can send music to a different room. The MC6000 had that. And this is like 8 years ago. Why aren't they implementing that in the new controllers? That's something that we can use. So we can basically, we're playing here and we're sending another signal source, channel 4, to another room with different music.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
You don't see that.
Having a separate volume control. Again, there's so much space they have on a controller. And, having an extra knob, that's the thing that you look at, how difficult it is. The industry just switched over from USB-B. Now the new ones are all USB-C. And USB-C has been around for a while. USB-B is, what you usually connect to a printer. It's a great, USB. It's robust. It's been around, but they waited a while to see if USB-C, what they're going to go to. And I think USB-C is now in the third generation or second generation on connection. So it's like anything. Sometimes they wait and see what happens, but having another knob and having a way that you could connect onto a wireless system, having a 1/4 inch out, or actually 2 1/4 inch outs, or 2 another additional XLRs, or even just 2 RCAs, just to go out into, so you could broadcast to another room, it would be phenomenal. But how many DJs take advantage of it? I see DJs all the time, they won't do digital, or if they do digital, it's really, they're going only a few feet, which I've done. I do wireless for probably about a third of my weddings. And it's, to me, once you go wireless and you understand how to do it, it's very easy to do, and it makes your life so much easier and so fun to do. And you put speakers in places that other DJs can't do, and people look at you like, wow, this is not the typical DJ that comes in here and looks like a boombox with 2 speakers right next to them. They're spread out. They have, they look great. You're running wireless over there. Oh, wow. And that's the thing to look at. how can you improve yourself? But yeah, talking back to the industry, say, hey, when you're there at NAM, this weekend or this week, make sure you tell them, hey, I'd like to see an extra, way to transmit to another area. I could select between two areas, either off the main and have a volume adjust, and it's off the main EQ. And then I could transmit either RCA or quarter inch or XLR. And then I could select over to a selection to another source. It could be a USB source. It could be whatever the source is to transmit there and have it for cocktail. Chris, can you hear me? He's eating. I'll let you eat for a minute or two.
I'm actually on my second to last bite, but
okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
Go ahead. I'm going to mute you again. Go ahead and enjoy that. Just enjoy it for a second or two. I'm going to go back to
what?
Matt. If Matt's there, there's Matt. He's coming back. Matt, with NAM, are you anything besides the stuff you gave the Cliff Notes version of stuff that's new? Is there anything that you want to go there and see?
The Sublimate from Bass Boss. I do want to hear that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't really I'm not like last year I had $10,000 to spend. So, I bought the KC12s, I bought lasers, I upgraded some other stuff. So I don't need to do that this time around, nor do I have 10 grand that I want to spend. So there's nothing I'm really looking to like. I have no use for a standalone controller. I would never use a standalone controller because I see no use case for me for it. I like to be able to one-handed type and find any song on my giant library whenever. And I could do that in 3 seconds. So don't really care about the Rain controller. Not really looking to upgrade any lighting. I already have some lighting upgrades that I just haven't taken out of the box yet. I still want to see if, JMS has those tubes and get a better look at them. And because I do need to replace my LED tubes. That's the one thing that I'm down to 3 that actually work out of the 8 that I originally had. So, yeah.
And that's always the part when you spend money, you never know what lasts for a while, what happens, and things change. One of the things I do know, because I happen to know a few people out there at NAM, other than my friends here, they saw the Bass Boss line array, and it's over 10 feet tall.
No, it's not that big. It's like 8.5.
They're saying it's over 10 feet.
It's not
They saw it and they're like, it's got to be over 10. So
no way.
It's a tall unit, and 250 pounds is kind of heavy. Now Brentley did get the Exitons, the 1503s. Everyone's losing their mind over.
There's no way those are good. There's no way, Brentley. Get your ears checked. There's no way they're good.
I mean, look at me. I just spent $1,200 on an XTJ RR, the one that came out 8 years ago.
I'm actually prepping a video for the Exitons. I'm not going to lie.
Please do.
But are they are they the best speakers on the market? Absolutely not. Do they have limitations? Yes, by far. However, my wedding and my part and parcel for really wanting them and to check them out, and I'm willing to spend a couple grand, on a set in white and a set in black. If they last me one season, great. My weddings have been getting wilder and wilder. And recently I had to catch one of my totems with a speaker on it because somebody fell over next to me. They couldn't even stand up. So, yeah, I'm definitely part and parcel wanted a cheaper speaker. Do they sound incredible? Yeah. They're okay, Matt, one reason you won't like them, they are 2-ways, they're not 3-ways.
Yeah.
So they are definitely missing some of the mid.
Fair.
For the quality of them and what I've used them for, I haven't had one complaint, and I've had more than one person say, I like the way those sound. And they're not DJs. So whatever some, other DJs think about them, cool, whatever. My main concern is, will they last at this price point? Number one. And number two, are my couples and their guests happy? And I didn't know I was going to be DJing to over 300 people 2 weeks ago, or 2.5 weeks ago, for my first wedding of the year. But the couple kind of had they said afterwards they thought their friends were going to crash. About 50 of their friends from college all showed up at this wedding, and it took it from a 250 head wedding to 300 heads. And because half of the people there went to UWM, we kicked off the reception with Jump Around. And I left the booth and I could hear everything clearly through the 300 people on the dance floor to the other side of the dance floor. Clearly, perfectly, clean bass, clean highs. Maybe a little brighter than I like, but it was my first run with them, so I hadn't properly dialed them. So for what I'm doing, I was very happy with them. For what you're doing, unless you're doing it is true, at a low volume, the bass doesn't kick unless you attenuate your EQ to compensate for that. Which, when everybody said that, so when I was doing social hour, yeah, I kicked my bass up on my mixer. As soon as we got to the dance portion, I brought it back down. It's just like how some restaurants that do nightlife and, dining will have the day setting and the evening setting. So that would be something to keep in mind with them. But overall, they are a rock solid speaker. I'm impressed. And for the price point, if they last a year, you're not going to be disappointed.
Okay.
But I'm on my third gig with them now, and I'm happy. I'm really happy.
I'm sure they'll be at NAMM, so I'll see if I can. They wouldn't have a demo room, but I could see if I can get like an actual demo in their booth for 10 seconds, and I'll report back.
They're not, like I said, they're not the most amazing speaker in the world. They're not going to be at that price point. But if you're looking for a great, lower budget alternative, especially if you have weddings that, the last one I DJ'd at, the dance floor was absolutely covered in feathers, flowers, glass, and drinks. If that's happening all around my gear, and I had a front board that night, so I wasn't as concerned if having my tote out front. But yeah, if my weddings are doing a lot of that, it's in my best interest to downgrade to a cheaper speaker, so when they get wrecked, my insurance isn't freaking out.
It's one of the things with I want a quick my hands. Anyone else here thinking about the Exitons to get either the 15s or the 18s? Anyone here thinking about getting the Exitons, either 15s or 18s? No one? Okay. I know in the chat they're talking Ranson saying that Nick Spinelli was not very happy with them. Again, it's his opinion. I've not heard them in person. I know people who like them. I just look at the quality of the product and is there a way to service them or repair them at the price point they're at. And I've seen Two Dudes Audio tear apart of it. They're not the highest quality speaker. They're a $600 speaker. I know Sean got a set of them. I know Brentley's got a set of them. I know a few other people who got them. And again, they're happy with them. The most important thing, and this is why I just tell people, be warned that repairing them or getting repaired down the road may be difficult or impossible. So it's their money. If Brentley wants to put a pile of money light on fire next to him, it's his money at the end of the day. If he's happy with what he spent the money on, that's fine. Just like with Matt, just like with Hunter, just like with Dan or Dwayne or Joe or Nathan or anyone, they have to be happy with what they purchase. It's their money. The most important thing is that I just want customers to spend the money wisely. And Brentley has that. He's happy. He's good. Joe, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. So I think what's most important is the reliability and endurance. Is this speaker going to sound the same from the time that I turn it on 4 or 5 hours later? Is my sound going to start degrading, getting worse and worse and worse? Is it going to shut off on me because it can't handle the heat dissipation? Those are my concerns with any type of cheap speakers. When you were playing them, really, how long did you play them for?
The last wedding, I mean, I've been using them all day. So a Midwest wedding, 8 hours minimum.
I'm talking
at heavy volume, 5 hours.
Pushing them at a volume that people are dancing. And
5 hours each night.
And it handled it
flawlessly. This is why I'm saying I am absolutely shocked by them. Like, and here, for me to, I actually wanted to see what it would take for me to push him into the red. And I got told more than once to turn it down when I got into the red on these speakers. And I just wanted to see how far I could push him, how much headroom I actually had. And the venue came up to me on Saturday, actually, you got to come down. You're killing us at the bar. The bar was, 100 feet across from me, 150 feet away from me, but directly across from the columns. So they're like, you got to come down some. And I'm like, okay. And I honestly wanted to see if I could, how heavy and how hard I could push these. And without pushing to blow, that is. And they held up. The sound quality didn't start degrading. I didn't blow anything. And did get told to turn them down some. So, I mean, only time will tell. And maybe these are, just like Phoenix Pro in the budget industry, the next great item to come out from somebody. And then when they realize what they have, just like Phoenix has, they're going to raise their prices. I've already heard Phoenix is raising their prices on the next run.
We will see what happens.
Yeah.
I want to go to Chris now because Chris has been very patient. I know he had his dinner and stuff like that, and hopefully some delicious pizza. First thing first, Mikey Mike is asking, because you're having pizza, is it good pizza?
For New York style or Chicago style, it is not. It's very, very ultra thin wood fire grilled. So
they gave us bread and oil. The oil was shit.
This is Justin.
I'm actually Italian. My last name ends in an O.
He's from Buffalo, New York. So he's another New Yorker with me. So yeah.
Buffalo's almost Midwest.
Phone machines, all these DJs. Yeah. Any of these DJs want to buy a phone machine?
There you go. Hey, he's selling phone machines there. So, Chris, I know you're there at the conference for with Foam Daddy. You've been talking about
that's correct
for a while. What is your couple takeaways from being there in Arizona besides having nice weather versus up again? If you guys are not familiar, Chris is north of New York, about 45 minutes an hour north of New York, so he has a little bit of New York accent, but he's not New York City.
Hour and a half north of New York City.
Hour and a half north. So he's still in the area, but not exactly. He's not upstate, but he's kind of a little further away from New York City. The thing is that it's nicer weather there than he's having back at home. What are your couple takeaways you have from your Foam Daddy party there?
Well, coming to Foam Daddy, it's all about the networking of all the other colleagues that do foam or other party events. It's not just foam. A lot of these guys do other things such as carnival games. Many of them will do bubbles, snow machines, different rentals, and stuff, how to do different aspects, know the techniques, networking with everybody. A lot of these guys are also doing carnival setups as well now, big tents, big games. And some of the companies will even do rentals of tents for those big events, tables and chairs. Justin does that type of stuff. He's one of the biggest in New York. Basically in the state, but there's a couple of guys in other areas. They do all that type of stuff, so they expand, adding more and more and more functions to all their crews. So try to keep all of their people, their employees, their 1099 workers or their contractors busy doing stuff. So it's a whole system that you're learning on every single one of these businesses and every single one of these guys, especially. We even have a manufacturer here for the mini golf, the company that I go with, Mini Golf on the Go. The owner, mother is here, from Canada. So we're all having now the end of the night dinner. So that's what we get. And even we get discounts that they never advertised at the show today, and our show ended today.
James, do you want this cookie too?
Well, one of the things is Mike's saying that he's having a hard time following. I can hear him just clear as a day. I hear the other young lady talking because they're in the background. There's other people around there. They're having dinner, so it's not a quiet environment, but it's not a loud environment. So, Mike, if you have any questions, I can always relate those questions. And I see that Ranson had a question for Brentley, and Brentley's answering that in the chat now too. The big thing is that I know you said you're meeting a bunch of people and you're talking to a bunch of people there, which I feel is a big important part by going to any of a conference. It doesn't matter if it's a DJ conference or you're there for a phone conference and getting information. But also it's nice building those relationships up with people that they can rely on you too. And that maybe like the guy in Buffalo says, hey, I know I'm a few hours away. I had this big event for a couple of days. I need someone who can DJ. Can you come over and DJ and and for a weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing, and you guys can work something like that out. Sometimes you run into things like that. You never know, but at least they know who you are, and you can bounce ideas, become friends.
Yep. It's very rare that they would actually have a DJ come to this type of convention, because most of the guys here, when they do foam and private parties, because they're doing very little kids parties, maybe 30, 40 people. This is Elizabeth. So they're doing those small functions, but they're making, half a G for an hour worth of time, and their setup times are 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So they got a system down so pat that they could do multiple events a day and make the same as much as we do in a 4-hour event.
And that's the important part. So again, I'm glad you're having fun. I'll let you get back there, enjoying yourself with everyone there. Thank everyone for waving earlier. I appreciate that, and good seeing.
Everyone wave bye. They're letting me get out.
Bye,
so
everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Bye, kid.
There we go. And thank them all. Thank you, Chris, for being out there. I know Mike was having a little hard time. Hopefully, everybody else heard Chris very clearly. I know I did. Looks like Nathan ran off. Nathan, where you at? Nathan ran away. Really quickly, I wanted to go. There's Nathan.
There's Johnny.
Right.
Yeah.
So Nathan, really quickly, I know you've gone to stuff for conferences for your landscaping business. Are you thinking of going to any DJ conferences? Be it DJ X,
Probably not.
I'm sorry, what?
Probably not.
Okay. Is there one you want to go to?
There's none close to me.
Marquee?
Where's that?
3.5 hours north.
Chicago?
Well, actually, it will be, I think they're doing it in Rosemont again, or Schaumburg, one of the two.
Well, maybe. When is it?
In June. Go to Marquee. You can look it up for Marquee trade show. You can Google it. I can't remember exactly what date it is. I know that Ranson said before that the guy who runs it is he's not a fan for him, and it's like I understand. Casey is a unique character. I have nothing wrong with Casey. I've talked to Casey plenty of times. He's a unique character, and again, you have to just know who he is and what he is, and again, he's not a bad guy once you get to know him. Some people have a thought of him not being nice, but I have a problem with him.
What is?
I wish he would do his show in the off season. I really wish he would do it like in May, early May, because by June, who has time to go to a conference if in the middle of our wedding season?
I know that.
Like here, and for the last 4 years, yeah, it's on, what is it, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday?
Yeah, it's on. Well, it starts at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I've had 3 Tuesday weddings in the last, for 3 of them, and then I had an event. He's doing it in the middle of wedding season. Now, I get most DJs don't get weekday weddings or events, but in the middle of our wedding season, the last thing we should be doing is going to a conference and taking time away, even though it's educational, from the task at hand, making sure our couples are happy. That's my biggest reason I won't go.
I would probably say either March or April will be a better month to do it in.
Yeah.
Especially in northern climates, because you're coming out of winter, you're just starting to get into weddings, but you're not neck deep in them. And people have a little more flexibility with time versus, I did last year. It now ends everything. I have done a wedding every single day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, most weddings are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I've done Monday weddings, Tuesday weddings, Wednesday weddings, Thursday weddings. And of course, it's long, especially Tracy, because she works her regular full-time job and then does this. I do this full-time. So it's harder for her, but she takes a vacation day and burns a vacation day so we could do a weekday wedding. And usually she takes two, one of the wedding and the next day, because let's face it, you're getting out there at 11 o'clock, midnight, a wedding, you're getting home at midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're not going to get up at 5 to go to work. Because she gets up, hops in the shower and does her makeup and stuff like that. She's out the door at like 6:15 in the morning. So she's not going to want to do that, coming out off of that. Nathan, real quickly, anything in NAMM are you looking forward to? Any release in NAMM?
I am looking forward to DJ Solstice YouTube review video of NAMM.
I'm sure he'll be doing that, and
you may not get it this year.
Because what's really cool is like you see something that he shows and you're like, wait, nope, he's not showing it anymore. Like, nope, he turned the camera. Like, Matt, stop doing that.
Take a few seconds, relax.
It's like, man, I know you don't want to look at it, but maybe I want to.
Yeah, maybe I want to look at it as well.
It's gone.
Oh, there you go, feedback, Matt. Got to take a little longer.
Even I want to look at the product.
Or Matt
on the camera.
Or Matt will be like, what does he say? Like, he'll be like, don't buy that. It's junk. Oh, well, I'm not going to look at it now because he said
you know my feelings about Shure products, too.
Actually, Matt, when you're at NAMM, please show the Rain System 1. I would love to see that.
Just watch Cleveland Terry's video. You know he's going to be the first one there. He's probably already there.
Well, again, this is always a fun part. And then Kevin, yes, I know Southern DJs, they always start earlier. That's why I'm saying April or March or April, because up here, even in April, we've gotten snow. We've gotten snow as late as May, and Tracy's birthday's in May. We've gotten snow on Tracy's birthday. So it's one of the things that you can still get snow in May up here. So again, March, April, you get March, beginning of April, that time frame, or just after tax season. That would also be good too, because then people get their tax refunds and they can go to Marquee and spend money at Marquee. That's my input. Again, you're not going to cover everyone, but we're going to try and cover the Midwest, and especially the upper Midwest. Usually, March, April, the weather is much better. More rain than snow. And less cold. Usually maybe a jacket, maybe not, maybe shorts and t-shirt. It all boils down to what's going on. They got snow this past weekend. It was just unfortunately a mistake on we were talking about this before, just a mistake on Caleb, and we'll see what happens next year with everything and all the players. So with that said, we're going to take us out tonight. I know it's been a long night tonight, and I'm actually going to have Hunter do us a favor, take us out tonight.
Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the DJ Roundtable. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified when Buddy uploads a brand new video and he goes live. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Thanks, guys.